Two of the real surprise teams in the league take the field at Indianapolis on Sunday when the Miami Dolphins come to town to play the Colts. BETDAQ currently has Miami installed as a 1-point favorite in this game. 43 is a total. Now, both these teams are currently 4-3, which is a real surprise because both these teams were expected to be really, really bad coming into the season. Miami in particular. Miami was a team that most prognosticators picked Miami as the single worst team in the league in the preseason, and it was hard not to feel that way. You looked at a team that was 6-10 last year with a very average defense, no big personnel moves on defense in terms of some great infusion of talent. On offense, they were a little below average last year. They shipped off their best wide receiver in Brandon Marshall, and they drafted a quarterback in Ryan Tannehill in the first round, and they named him the starter. Now, normally, rookie quarterbacks in the past have not fared very well in the NFL, as we all know. Ryan Tannehill, limited experience at the quarterback position, period. Started his career at Texas A&M as a wide receiver. Now, it's true that the Dolphins did hire Tannehill's college coach, Mike Sherman, as their new offensive coordinator, and that has helped, no doubt about it. And that was talked about in the preseason. That might help smooth the transition. But most people expected this Dolphins team to be bad after week one when they were blown out by the Houston Texans. Most people were saying, see, I told you so. This team is a disaster. When will general manager Jeff Ireland be fired? But the Dolphins have totally turned it around. They're playing some really, really good football right now. 4-3, as we said. And can you believe it? I mean, the Dolphins are road favorites against a team with a winning record. Now, that might say a little more about the lack of respect the Colts are still getting than it does the respect the Dolphins are still getting. You know, the Colts, even though they're 4-3, still not sure people really believe in this team. And, I mean, evidence is the fact that they're home underdogs to the Dolphins this week. That still doesn't take away how impressive it is that they're 4-3 at this point. We talked about the Dolphins being projected to be the worst team in the league. The Colts were the worst team in the league last year, and they have a rookie quarterback of their own. Of course, their rookie quarterback is Andrew Luck, who is drafted number 1 overall. And even though all the talk when it comes to rookie quarterbacks seems to be about Robert Griffin III this year, Andrew Luck, when you look at it now through 7 weeks, is having the best season of any rookie quarterback. This guy is playing absolutely great, top 10 in the league in pass yards per game, throwing for about 265 yards a game right now. And I mean, they're riding Andrew Luck. I mean, they're winning through his passing, and they are winning. Again, 4-3 on the year. Looking at the playoffs, both these teams, the winner of this game will go to 5-3. Neither one of these teams' schedule is too daunting for the rest of the year. Both these teams are legitimate potential playoff teams. Now, in terms of how these teams do it, they're sort of opposites. Miami does it the old school way. They run the ball and stop the run. And Indianapolis, now even though these teams, I guess, they're sort of poor man's version, neither team is, Miami is not great at running the ball. They're not great at stopping the run, though they're pretty darn good. And Indianapolis, they're a team that they're a pass-first team, though they're not elite passing the ball. And they've got a good secondary. They're not elite as far as pass defense goes. I mean, these teams, both pretty good, solid teams. But Miami runs the ball and stops the run. Indianapolis struggles a bit running the ball, even though they've got it going here over the last couple of weeks. And Indianapolis, their big Achilles heel, this team cannot stop the run, which is why I think a lot of people are still hesitant to buy into this team, because any team that can just be run over, as we saw the Indianapolis Colts a couple of weeks ago against the New York Jets, their last loss, they were run over by a bad Jets offense. Sean Green looked like Jim Brown in that game. So it's tough to trust a team that's that soft against the run. And Miami, they do have an excellent run-blocking offensive line. Their running backs, Reggie Bush, Daniel Thomas, Lamar Miller, they've combined for almost 800 yards already this year through 7 games. So Dolphins have been running the ball well, and that's no doubt what they're going to try to do in this game. Going to try to pound the Colts, keep Andrew Luck on the sideline. Will they have success? I think they will. I lean towards the Dolphins in this game. I've been really slow to buy in on this team. Now, apparently, Ryan Tannehill is starting in this game. Tannehill left the last game with a quadricep injury, but listed as probable. But even if Tannehill isn't 100% or has to be pulled or can't go, there's not a whole lot of drop-off in terms of the quarterback position in Miami when they go to their backup, Matt Moore, who played all the last season and played very well in relief of Tannehill this past Sunday. So I have faith in what the Dolphins are doing right now. I'm one of those who's a little slow to buy into Indianapolis, maybe because they're so soft against the run. I don't know. But, I bet against Indianapolis last week and I lost. They cost me, even though I'm still not, I guess they didn't convince me in that game. The Titans, who were -3.5 in that game, I like Tennessee at home in that game. They had a 4-point lead with a 1st and goal with 4 minutes left. So Indianapolis really escaped with a win in that game. Still, I recognize maybe I'm not giving them the respect I should. I can't help it, though. Gun to my head, I do lean towards Miami -1 on this game on the road in Indianapolis.